Hello, I'm Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring Darwinite. Now you may be wondering, what on earth is Darwinite? It's a variety of Tektite. What's a Tektite? You may have heard of Moldavite. Moldavite was formed when a meteor crashed into the Czech Republic many millions of years ago. And from that crash, there was this natural glass that was formed, which was unusually green. Normally Tektites are black. And so Moldavite has become probably one of the more famous Tektites. However, there was another Tektite that formed when a meteor crashed into Australia. And it created this beautiful chocolate kind of brown Tektite known as Darwinite. Now those that live in Australia, can you guess where it landed? No, not in Darwin, the capital of the Northern Territory, but actually in Tasmania, the little island at the bottom of Australia in a place called Mount Darwin. Now, what I love about Darwinite is it still has that real galactical energy that other Tektites, such as maybe Moldavite or Libyan desert glass has, but because of that brown colour, it has a real earthy grounding energy as well. So this is a real powerful one for heightening our spiritual abilities, but also connecting with the earth. And that's what we're going to explore as I get really excited about a crystal that so many other people, I think, just don't realise. You know, I know it's not the most beautiful thing in the world. It can polish up quite nice into this real deep brown, black kind of pendant or ring or that type of thing, but the power in it. It's so powerful yet so nurturing at the same time. I get excited about it, and I'm hoping by the end of this video you're as excited as me as well. Darwinite is one of the premier high vibration tektites to allow you to connect deeper to the earth, allow you to form a deep relationship with your environment, your natural environment, with other animals, with the crystals, with plants, essential oils, and so on. If you are drawn to really find nurturance and comfort in the earth, then Darwinite will really allow you to do that. It almost gives you a big hug, and I feel it's almost like enveloping me whenever I'm working with it, but not in a kind of consuming way, but in a just a, you're included in this as well. So if you want to feel a deeper sense of connection to the earth, this is really powerful. Now you may have heard of other civilizations such as the people of Avalon or the Atlanteans, but have you heard of the Lemurians? The Lemurians were a group of people, an ancient civilization of people that lived in a massive landmass known as Lemuria. Also, if you look up maps, and it's also sometimes referred to as Gondwana as well. Now these people, whereas the Atlanteans, for example, were very much about reaching to the highest pinnacle, and can we, be the best of the best, and can we manipulate nature to get what we need? The Lemurians had a very different kind of approach. They wanted to live in harmony with nature, not just on a physical level, but on an emotional, mental, and even a spiritual way. Kind of almost like the, think of Avatar, the movie. That's almost kind of Lemurian in some of its ways. Darwinite allows you to form that strong connection, to go back into the earth, know the ancient earth knowledge, see what's happened on the earth in the past, and draw out the wisdom from the earth and from Lemurian times. Another benefit of working with Darwinite is it works with your Earth Star Chakra and really helps that to expand. Now when we balance our Earth Star Chakra, we have a really balanced relationship with this planet. We live in harmony with it, we're environmentally conscious, and we kind of, work with the animals, the plants, and all that around us. But as we start to expand it deeper and deeper, we start to not only connect with the animals and the plants and the beings on this physical realm, but also on other realms, the deeper realms, and especially with the keepers of the earth and the earth element. These are often referred to as the gnomes. Gnomes have been on this earth as a high energetic being that knows how this planet works. They know the secrets of every crystal, they know the secrets for healing, because our body is part of the earth and is physical, so they can give us all the healing secrets that we need. Now, of course, gnomes live in natural habitats, especially in forests and bushland and that type of thing. And humans, we've been kind of demolishing their habitat for a long, long time. And so what you will find is gnomes can be a little bit untrusting, or they're a bit hard to make connection with. In meditations, what I've found, especially when I've guided other people to connect with gnomes for the first time, normally the gnomes will come out in a group, and maybe one will venture a little bit further and have a chat to you before they really get that trust. Working with Darwinite can help you to make those connections with the gnomes. If you're looking for what healing does my body need, The gnomes can help you with that, and Darwinite can lead you down that path. The gnomes have all their secrets deep hidden in the earth, in caves, amongst the roots and all that type of thing. In the unknown places, the places where we can't go because we don't go beneath the earth. Darwinite will take you to those places, bring you wisdom from those places, allow you to be healed first, and then to pass on healing to other people and to the planet. Do you ever feel lonely? And even though we have social media and all these types of things, you feel that you're kind of separated from everyone else. Well, as you work with Darwinite more, you're really going to get that strong connection to the earth. And that does connect you, not just to the animals and the plants and the crystals and all that, but also to our fellow man and woman, to our brothers and sisters. And so as you start to feel a bit of a sense of oneness rather than being separated, and there's such a sense of separation these days, that we realize we are all one and that we all move intermingly and that we're not all having different experiences, we're pretty much all having the same experience, you don't feel that loneliness so much. You start to see the similarities rather than the differences. And yes, we're all unique, but we're all the same as well. And Darwinite can really help you to understand that. So if you're feeling lonely, grab some of your Darwinite and start to feel your energy expand. Feel out and connect hearts with other people, even if you don't know who they are, even if you don't actually know who you connect their hearts with, just feel your heart connecting to someone else's. And this can be a really nice way of not feeling so alone, not feeling so by yourself. Darwinite really creates a greater sense of oneness and that homeliness, and that rather than just being safe in your own little lot of, your unit or your house or that type of thing, that you're home on this planet. It's also because it does have a galactical energy as well, it can be really helpful for those that feel that they're not from this earth to feel comfortable on this earth as well. It can also give those that really love being here on this planet but want to kind of explore other solar systems and kind of do all these kind of galactic things. You can do a really cool meditation, which I like to call my Tektite pentagram meditation. So what you do is you get a collection of tektites. So tektites are these things that are formed when meteors crash into the earth and make this natural glass. So there's Moldavite, there's Libyan desert glass, there is Darwinite, of course, there's Thailandite, which is like a beer bottle brown kind of one, and then there's other tektites. So a very popular one is Tibetan tektite or Indochina tektite. Get ideally five different ones, and even Pallasite, which is a different meteor that came onto the earth as well, and put one on each point. So hold one in each hand, put one by each foot and put one at the crown of your head, and lay out on the earth looking up at the stars, and just relax and drift into that and see what happens. And if you do that, I'd love to hear the results in the comment section below. There are lots of grounding crystals, but Darwinite kind of comes into its own when we need different types of grounding. When there are epic big changes happening upon the earth. And at the moment while I'm filming this, we're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And a lot of people are very uncertain. They're not sure where their income will come from, what will happen to their city, what will happen to their loved ones, and different things like that. Darwinite has been on this earth for millions and millions of years. And it reminds us that life and nature and how this planet and how everything on this planet works is not in a linear line from beginning to end. It's cyclical. All things die, all things come back, all things are born, and that type of thing as well. And we often, when we lose something, we get scared that it's all gone. But as we lose something, new opportunities come up. I'm seeing people now that as different countries go into either isolation or staying home or hibernation, whatever you want to call it, some people are struggling with that, what have I lost? I've lost my freedom and that type of thing. But other people are going, I've just been freed from other obligations, and it's given me space to create something new. You may have noticed on my YouTube channel, I've been able to do a whole lot more YouTube videos in the last few weeks or so, because I'm not traveling around teaching as much, because that's not possible right here in Australia. So when you're feeling scattered from big changes, whether it be, global disasters or pandemics or something that seems really major and life-altering, Darwinite reminds you that everything's going to be okay, all is well, and everything is, nothing is destroyed or created, energy only changes form. That's a great lesson of Darwinite. Something's just changing, and remember that we're all one, and Darwinite will help you feel really comfortable and really grounded in just evolving through those changes and being able to thrive during them, not just survive. if you've just got yourself a brand new piece of Darwinite, or if you're going to be doing some serious working afterwards, you want to cleanse that Darwinite to bring it back to its natural balance. You probably know by now that I like to use different elements of nature to really balance and cleanse each of my crystals, depending on the energy of that crystal. So when it comes to Darwinite, there are 4 different ways that I would use, varying on different things. If I'm using my Darwinite for grounding, I'd cleanse it on the earth, leaving it on some natural earth, maybe some rocks like the rocks behind me, or some natural earth, and just leaving it there, ideally overnight. If I'm looking for more of that courageous or that transformational energy, or dealing with change and being courageous with change, then I use the element of fire. So leaving this near an open fire, a campfire, or an open fire in my house, or passing it quickly through a candle 3 times, is how you could cleanse it with fire. Of course, Darwinite is a very transformational, high vibration tektite, and so I love to cleanse a lot of my high vibration crystals under the full moon. So if you're looking for that real magical energy, pop it under the full moon. The 4th way that you can cleanse tektites is when there's a meteor shower. You can place them out under the meteor shower as well. How do you know when there's a meteor shower? There's some really great simple apps you can download onto your smartphone or your tablet, and it'll let you know and alert you. And I just pop them out for the night as well. And that really, brings back this sense of homeliness, and that it's like this little tektite can remember when it was a meteor flying through the sky, kind of thing. Now, which is the right way to use? Listen to your intuition, listen to your Darwinite, and try different ways and find out what works best for you. And even share those experiences in the comment section below. When I'm working with Darwinite, I also like to bring in different essential oils, and there's some amazing, really grounding, earthy kind of oils that are native to Australia. I'm sure you've heard of sandalwood, and it comes from different places: Hawaii, India, and Australia. Australian sandalwood is really great to work with when you're working with Darwinite. There's some lesser known oils as well. You may have heard of Buddha wood. Buddha wood is sometimes called bastard or false sandalwood. It has a similar aroma, but is only found in Australia and really helps us connect with the cycles of what's happening. But there's another really amazing essential oil that comes from Tasmania, and it's native Tasmanian pepper. This is a very dark, viscous essential oil, or often comes as an absolute. The peppers help us and protect us when we're scared. They help us to be who we truly are and define our role on Earth. Tasmanian black or native pepper is absolutely amazing essential oil. Now, I also call on different animal guides when I'm working with different crystals or tektites, and the one that comes to me when I'm working with Darwinite is the Tasmanian tiger. Now, before those in other countries are going, didn't know there's tigers in Tasmania and Australia, there doesn't seem to be anymore. It's an animal that became extinct. It's also known as the thylacine. But it was a carnivorous animal. It was a brave, it was courageous, and it had audacity. But now it's slipped into the shadows. Sometimes we have sightings of them and think that they might be there, but we can't prove it. So what the thylacine or the Tasmanian tiger teaches us is to be bold and courageous when we slip into the shadows and the unknown. And that energy, we can tune into that energy, whether that animal is still here or not. Its imprint, its Akashic record still exists, and its wisdom is still here. So hold your Darwinite in a receptive hand, the hand you don't write with. Close your eyes and just see the thylacine come towards you. And if the thylacine could communicate with you, what would it say? Now, astrologically, this would be connected to the Earth, to Gaia, to Pachamama, maybe to the asteroid Ceres, who has a very nurturing energy, or to Venus. So the day Friday, which is connected to Venus, is the best day to do your powerful workings with your Darwinite. Now, I love Darwinite, and I just wish every Australian would get excited about it, but also, wherever you are in the world, Darwinite can help you as well. I think we need to bring more of that Lemurian energy and being in tune with nature more often. As I said before, we're in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic at the moment, and it's amazing as humans have stepped back some of their activity, such as not as much travel and all that type of thing. The Earth really quickly is rehabilitating itself. The air in different cities is cleaner. Animals are returning to places that were once flooded with people. It's, as pollution disappears, animals are going back there as well. This is amazing. And what if after this pandemic, we could not go back to how we used to be, but be better and live more in harmony with nature? Darwinite will help us to do that. So I'd love to hear about your experiences with it. It can be a bit of a hard crystal to look for, or a tektite to look for, but give it a shot. You'll find it under either Darwinite or sometimes Darwin glass. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.